Hey everybody, Andy the Kenworth Guy here. Thanks for coming by the channel today. So today I have a big truck to look at, but it's a day cab. So it's kind of small, but it's big. Let's roll the intro and check it out. All right, but before we head outside, a few weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, I ran over my audio equipment. I had my little tripod set up with a recording microphone on top, and it was set on top of truck tires. I drove over it and pretty much decimated it. I need to do some research on what to get, and I'm gonna call over to the experts over at Don's Photo here on Main Street. I like dealing with those guys there. They're very helpful, very knowledgeable. A lot of them are videographers and photographers themselves, so they know what they're talking about. If you want to check them out, just click the link below in the description to Don's Photo. They're on social media as well, so you can check them out on Instagram and other platforms. They're great guys to deal with. They have locations in Winnipeg, Regina, and Saskatoon, and so they're serving the Canadian prairies. And yeah, make sure you check them out. And I'm gonna go do some shopping. All right, so here we are outside in the parking lot up front. I better be careful. I don't feel like getting run over today. I already have this head cold, and last thing I need is to get a broken leg. So can you guys let me know if somebody's gonna run me over? Just yell or comment below. Comment below and say, Andy, look out, someone's coming for you. So what I said today is I have a truck. It's a little truck, but it's big where it counts. This truck is huge, so let's check it out. All right, so here we have a 2020 T800. This is a heavy spec day cab. What is special about this truck is it's a totally custom designed truck for the house moving industry. So not really the typical flashy truck that I would sell, but it is all about function, this truck. So we got the box bumper, as you can see on the front here. So with this box bumper, it's a heavy duty bumper. We can order them in chrome, but this is just basically to push dirt as they're driving in and out of the mud. It's got the big center toe pin right in the front here, and it has the heavy duty grille with the 3 bars. We didn't opt in for the additional ribs, but kind of gives it that mean presence looking at the front here, as you can see. This is an extended day cab, so the little extension on the back of the cab, as you can see back here. And with the exhaust, this is the single vertical DPF SCR catalyst. So this gives us an opportunity to really see all of the componentry that goes on the truck here. So right on the front part here, this little section is the diesel oxidation catalyst, and then there's the DPF right up here, and the SCR catalyst right up there, and then your tailpipe right up above. So that's your exhaust. The reason why we did it this way is so we can tuck in the fuel tank right here, and then have the battery box there. We needed to have a lot of clearance with this truck because there's going to be brackets on the trailer that extend far in front of the truck and hang down, and they're going to swing in and out of this area right here. So we need to have that extra clearance. So lots of things to think about in this truck, lots of geometry. You remember that math that you had to take in junior high and high school, or geometry and angles? Well, it came into I got to use it, so it wasn't a waste of time. So thanks, Mr. Wall. I appreciate you teaching me grade 11 math. Good job, Mr. Wall. All right, so getting back to the truck here. So this truck, as far as the spec is concerned, it's a 232-inch wheelbase. It has a 16,000-pound spring that's supporting a 20,000-pound axle. We put drum brakes on the front end, Meritor X30s. And the back end of this truck, it has a 60-inch axle spread with the New Way 52,000-pound suspension. So this is the ADZ 252 suspension, or ADZ, American or Canadian, depending on how you want to look at it. I'm Canadian, so I should say ADZ 252. As far as the rear ends, we got the Dana Spicer D46 172s. So those are the 46,000-pound diffs. We ordered the truck with the tractor package ahead with the air going to the back here. So they have multiple locations for hooking up their air on the truck. So just come around here. Now, what is kind of neat about this truck is you look down here, it has this box. This is an auxiliary transmission. Very first one I've ever put in a truck. So kind of neat for my application here. It's not common to see that in the prairies, but auxiliary, a 2-speed auxiliary transmission, and I'll show you the switch and what that looks like inside the cab. And then we got your def tank right here. And up here on the cab, we put in the corner windows, which gives a better visibility all around the truck. So it's just a nice function for the customer to be able to use. And we put the 425 tires, so it's got the big boots up front with the fender lips. But let's open up the hood here and see what's in store for us. So we got these heavy-duty straps. We put the air cleaners underneath the hood on this truck, as you can see. So it's all about function. They don't need the outside air breathers. This guy here, I always jump up on top and just give it a yank. And she comes down nice and easy. Truck just came back from the cleanup shop. Rob at J&F Detail did a great job shining up the tires, cleaning it up, taking all the protective plastics off of the interior for us. So thank you very much, Rob, for doing that. As far as the end, also, he did it in a pinch. We needed this truck for tomorrow morning, and I got it here this afternoon. So thanks for speeding it through the shop there. We put in the biggest, the baddest, the highest torque rating engine on the market for the Cummins product. It is the Cummins X15 Performance Series 605 2050 torque engine. Got this really cool 100th anniversary edition badging on the engine. So very cool. As far as the front end is concerned, like I said, it's got the 20,000-pound axle. It has the 16,000-pound spring, has the greasable pins and bushings on it. So if we wanted to change those out from the rubber, we have the greasable ones. As far as all of the fluid level checks, right here is your engine oil fill, your power steering, your engine oil check. We have your washer fluid right up there, and coolant on the other side up above there. And you can see on this side, you can see your air filter and the filter minder right up there. And then you got some fuses right there. Man, this truck is tall. It's big. With these big tires, it just stands really tall. Let's go around the other side, take a look there. So what we got over here, we got the turbo and we got the air intake, and then your HVAC system is right up in there. So we're gonna close up the hood and take a look at the inside of this beast here. A few other things here to look at. I just wanted to show the fifth wheel. This is an FW0070. So this is a heavy duty 70-ton fifth wheel. It is fixed, so it is non-sliding. We ordered it with an additional 4 drill holes so that they can locate it into a different location if they need to slide it or move it ahead. Aluminum rims on this truck, but we did steel wheels on the inside just for a cost standpoint. Quite pricey truck with the 605 engine and the auxiliary transmission. It really drives the price up. So wherever we can save some money, we did. But we didn't skimp out on the function on this truck. So just a few things on the power of this unit. Okay, so here we are inside the truck. We'll just kind of go across the dash as we normally do. Over here we have the power window lift controls on both sides, the power mirror controls and the heated mirror controls right there. Down here is your power door locks. Over here is your ignition, the backup lights. Right here we have your lights on the upper part for the mirror right here, as you can see, and then the other ones are wired up behind the cab. So those are basically for you to hook up a wire wherever you'd like. Over here is your interior lights, your engine fan, traction control, your off-road switch so you can shut off the ABS system, which this truck is going to be going into that quite regularly. As far as over here, we have your DPF switch, the PTO switch. Now this is something a little different. Down here is your auxiliary transmission. So this is to go from high or the low side of the auxiliary transmission, just an electric over air switch. So very easy to change that. Here's your beacons, your air suspension dump, your hazards, your Jake brake control. Right here is your cruise control, your power divider, sorry, your forward axle, your power divider, and your rear axle lockup. So that's the three-way lockup. And then we did the full gauge package all the way across. So really nicely done there. And over here is your 18-speed manual transmission. So with a auxiliary transmission, for those that are not aware, it gives you additional range in your gearing. So you can put a gearing ratio in the truck that allows you to have extreme low-end startability. So if you want to have the ability to drive highway speeds, which this truck will be doing, when they're not hauling a house, they're going to be loading up all the beams and whatnot on a trailer and hauling the 60 or 80,000 pounds of the beams down the highway. But when they're hauling the big house, it's a lot of wind, a lot of low speed. You don't want to be sitting in lugging the engine. So if you flick it down into the low range of the transmission, it basically opens up a whole new low range of the auxiliary transmission, not the main transmission. It gives you a whole new range of speeds that you can basically operate the truck. And also when you wanted to get into a really off-road situation or in the mud, you need to have that extreme low startability, the ability to move just millimeters at a time and be able to have that extreme control. So that's a big benefit of putting in the auxiliary. And we can do a 2-speed or other speeds, 4-speed auxiliary transmissions in the trucks. So this is the first one that I've ever built on a truck in 15 years of almost 15 years of selling trucks. Never had the chance to actually sell one. I've quoted them a few times and then customers opted not to go in with it. But this one here has the auxiliary one. So kind of a neat experience for me. But back to the rest of the specs here. So up here is your light controls. So you got your main lights, your clearance lights, and your trailer clearance lights. And then here's the radio. And up above is your CB radio. And this is not included. This is the camera equipment that I use, that I recently ran over with a W990. If you haven't seen that video, click the link up above and you'll see some of the equipment. That's why I have like duct tape on this thing and crazy glued the bottom of this together. So yeah, anyways, the interior, it is the Splendor interior, as you can see. So it's the fully lined interior. It's the same material as you would get, say, with a VIT interior. It's just stitched in a different pattern. This is easy to clean, easy to wipe. And here's your lights. Here is that corner window, which gives you that added visibility. When you're trying to shoulder check down this way, you can actually fully shoulder check and look down in the bottom. Just gives you that extra visibility. In this day cab, you can really see around those blind corners and on the other side too. Yes, the exhaust is right there, but you can still see a lot better than if it was just a closed-in window. Now these seats, this one here is a leather seat. It's got the plastic over top, but we put the leather seat here. We did the low mount passenger seat so that window becomes functional. So if you're ordering this on a truck, make sure that you order the low mount seat for the passenger. That way you can actually look out and see out that window, which makes more sense. And yeah, that's a little bit about the interior on this truck. All right, so a big thank you to you guys for coming by to watch this channel and watch this video today. A big thank you to you guys for coming by to watch this video today. Thanks so much for doing this. Big thank you to the folks over at BB Weibe Sons for buying this truck. What a beast, what a truck. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and trusting me to build the biggest and the heaviest truck for your application. This is one of the biggest and the heaviest day cabs that I think I've ever built for a guy. Built a few bigger trucks than this, but not by much. So anyways, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, just give a click up here, no, down there, click that button, subscribe, hit that bell, punch it, smash it, get notified when my new videos are coming out. And you know what, if you don't feel like it, that's fine. You don't have to. It's your life. Choose to follow me or subscribe or not. It's your life. You choose. If you want to also check out my online, you can check out me on kenworthguy.com. The link is up there, and you can see all the social media posts that I'm putting out. So thanks for coming by again. Appreciate you being a part of the channel and being a part of the community here on the Kenworth Guy. And as always, have yourself the world's best day. Or your lights to on the back of the sleeper. Cut. Now here's those corner lights, corner mirror. So here on the Kenworth Guy. So and as always, have yourself the world's best day.